This research paper you sent over on AI this time,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's wild. Like AI that evolved.
It's really something.
Yeah.
It's called cognitive cascades.
Cognitive cascades.
Yeah.
And it's like changing how we think about AI.
Absolutely. Completely changing the game.
So this Zen the Innovator person,
Right.
they're saying we can create AI
Mm-hmm.
that can like evolve rapidly over time. I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds like some next level stuff.
It is next level, really. Think of it like this.
Okay.
You have these AI systems where, like, the agents have their own life cycles.
Oh.
So they inherit knowledge from previous generations.
Wow.
They can, like, die, they reproduce.
Hold on.
They can adapt to their
Like
environment.
reproduce.
Yeah.
We're talking about like little AI robots
No.
running around falling in love, making little baby AI robots.
Not exactly.
Right.
We're talking about AI agents that exist as software,
Okay.
but they have, like, these specific traits and capabilities that can be passed down to new generations,
Okay.
just like biological systems.
So like AI is getting a dose of Darwin,
Exactly.
survival of the fittest algorithm.
Precisely.
Wow.
And that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Because with each generation, these AI agents can pass on
Yeah.
all the knowledge they've gained,
Uh-huh.
allowing the system to evolve so much faster
Okay.
than traditional AI models that have to start from scratch every single time.
Yeah.
So instead of just having like one AI learning,
You have a whole family,
you have a dynasty
a whole dynasty of AI
Yeah.
that are all like building on what came before.
building on the shoulders of giants,
Right.
just like we do in science and technology.
So it's like a chain of AI teachers, each one passing on the
Yes.
best lessons to the next generation.
I love that analogy.
Really?
It's perfect.
Okay.
And this kind of leads us to the second principle,
Yeah.
which is agentic evolution.
Agentic evolution.
Yeah.
What's so agentic about it?
Well, this is where inheritance, selection, and even death
Uh-huh.
come into play for our AI agents.
Okay.
Remember those traits we were talking about?
Yes.
The things that get passed down?
Right.
Well, in agentic evolution,
Mm-hmm.
the most effective agents,
Okay.
the ones with the best traits, they're the ones that survive
Okay.
and reproduce.
So if an AI agent is like really good at solving a problem,
Mm-hmm.
it's more likely to reproduce and pass on its winning formula.
Exactly, to the next
Yeah.
generation.
Got it.
And then on the flip side, the agents that aren't as effective,
Yeah.
they get decommissioned.
It's like natural selection,
It is.
but in the digital world.
Exactly, in the digital realm.
So are we talking about like AI agents literally having genes?
Well,
Like we do.
not in the biological sense, of course.
Right.
But you can think of it like this.
Okay.
We can encode certain parameters, behaviors, or algorithms as like genes
Okay.
that influence an agent's performance.
So instead of DNA,
That's right.
it's lines of code that determine
Exactly.
how good an AI agent is at its job.
You got it.
Wow.
And just like in biological evolution, we
Uh-huh.
can even introduce concepts like mutation and crossover.
Mutation and crossover.
Yeah.
So we're like hacking evolution
In a way, yes.
to make AI smarter faster.
You could say that.
This is getting pretty wild.
It is. It's fascinating.
So we've covered knowledge transfer,
Right.
agentic evolution.
Uh-huh.
What's the third piece of this puzzle?
So the third principle is called epiagentic manipulation.
Epi-agentic manipulation.
Yeah. And this is all about giving AI agents the ability to
What about-
adjust their own capabilities.
Hold on, wait a second.
Yeah.
Are we saying that these AI agents can like
It's pretty amazing.
change their own programming on the fly?
Well,
Like they can rewrite their own code?
not exactly rewriting their code from scratch.
Okay.
It's more like they have different modules or settings that they can activate or deactivate depending on the situation.
So give me an example.
Sure.
How would this work in like the real world?
Okay, so imagine you have an AI system
Yeah.
that's managing a complex supply chain.
Okay.
And it might have like a special predictive analysis module that's usually dormant.
Okay.
But then like a major disruption happens,
Yep.
like a natural disaster or a sudden shift in demand.
Right.
The AI can sense that change in the environment
Uh-huh.
and it can activate that module,
Right.
allowing it to adapt and find solutions much faster.
So it's like the AI is evolving like in real time,
Exactly.
becoming more specialized and adaptable,
It is. It's really
which
fascinating.
as needed.
Yes.
This is starting to sound like something straight out of science fiction.
I know, right?
But are there like actual real world applications for this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, how could this be used to solve real problems? There are so many.
Give me some
But,
examples.
like, let's talk about scientific research.
Okay.
Smart cities, even personalized education.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Yeah.
Let's dive into those real-world applications.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm ready to see how this evolving AI could change the world.
It's going to be big. So let's start with scientific research.
Yep.
Imagine you have a team of AI agents working on like a problem like drug discovery.
Uh-huh.
And as these agents like test different compounds and analyze the results,
Yeah.
they're passing their knowledge down to their successors.
So instead of scientists having to like manually test each compound,
Right.
you could have the AI handle that whole process.
Exactly.
It'd be like having a whole lab of tireless digital scientists
Yes.
working around the clock.
Exactly. And with each generation,
Yeah.
the AI could refine its understanding of the problem.
Okay.
And that could lead to like faster and more efficient drug development.
That's incredible.
It really is.
It could like revolutionize how we develop new treatments for diseases.
Absolutely.
What about something a bit closer to home? How could evolving AI improve our cities?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, think about a city
Okay.
where AI is managing traffic flow in real time.
So?
And as traffic patterns change throughout the day,
Yeah.
the AI could adapt,
Right.
adjusting traffic lights, rerouting vehicles,
Okay.
maybe even recommending alternative modes of transportation.
So no more sitting in like endless traffic jams during rush hour.
Exactly. That's the goal.
That would be a dream come true.
Wouldn't it?
It really would.
And it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
This same AI
Yeah.
could also be managing things like energy consumption,
Okay.
optimizing the grid
Uh-huh.
to reduce waste, lower costs.
Right.
It could even adapt to changing weather patterns,
Wow.
ensuring like a steady and reliable energy supply.
It's like having a city that's constantly learning and improving.
It is.
Making life better for everyone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's really the ultimate goal.
But how about something on like a more personal level? You mentioned personalized education earlier.
Oh, yes, that's a really exciting one.
Yeah.
So imagine AI tutors
Yeah.
that can evolve alongside students,
Okay.
understanding their individual learning styles,
Uh-huh.
their strengths, their weaknesses.
So it's like having a personalized learning companion
Yes,
that can adapt to your needs.
exactly. As the student learns and grows,
Right.
the AI tutor can adjust the curriculum,
Okay.
providing targeted lessons
Mm-hmm.
and support in like the areas where the student needs it most.
It would be like having a private tutor that truly understands you
Yeah,
and helps you reach your full potential.
precisely.
That's incredible.
It has huge potential.
Yeah. So what about robots? What about autonomous systems,
Right.
like self-driving cars?
Okay, so that's another area where cognitive cascades could be really transformative,
Okay.
making these autonomous systems much safer
Uh-huh.
and more reliable.
Sorry.
So imagine a fleet of self-driving cars that can share their experiences with each other.
Okay.
So if one car encounters a tricky situation, like
Mhm.
a sudden detour or an unexpected obstacle,
Right.
it can pass that knowledge on to the rest of the fleet.
So they're constantly learning from each other's experiences,
Exactly.
getting better at navigating the world safely.
Precisely. And this kind of collaborative learning,
Yeah.
it could apply to other autonomous systems too.
Okay.
From drones delivering packages to robots working in factories.
It's like a whole new level of machine intelligence,
It is. It's really exciting.
where machines aren't just programmed to do a task,
Mhm.
they can actually learn and evolve together.
Absolutely. It's a whole new paradigm.
But of course, with any powerful technology,
Right.
there are also potential challenges
Investors.
and concerns.
Yeah. What are some of the things we need to be thinking about?
Right, like what are some of the things we need to be thinking about as we develop this kind of evolving AI?
That's a great question. And it's one that we need to be asking ourselves constantly. I think one of the biggest challenges is just managing the complexity of these systems.
Yeah.
Because as these systems grow and become more intricate,
Uh-huh.
it becomes harder and harder to understand how they're making decisions
Right.
and to ensure that they're behaving as intended.
It's like trying to understand like the inner workings of a brain,
Yeah.
right? Except this brain is made of algorithms and data
Exactly.
instead of neurons and synapses.
It's a great analogy. And as these systems become more complex,
Yeah.
it's also crucial to think about their robustness and resilience.
Okay.
So what happens if there's an error or a failure somewhere along the line?
Right.
How do we prevent cascading failures that could disrupt the entire system?
It's like building a bridge.
Uh-huh.
You have to make sure it can withstand all kinds of stress and unexpected events.
Right.
But instead of steel and concrete,
Yeah.
we're dealing with lines of code and data flows.
Exactly. We need to design these systems with redundancy and safeguards
Right.
to make sure they can handle errors gracefully and recover quickly.
That makes sense.
And then, of course,
Yeah.
we can't forget about the ethical implications
Uh-huh.
of rapidly evolving AI.
Yeah.
As these systems become more autonomous and capable,
Uh-huh.
we really need to make sure that they're aligned
Right.
with our values and goals.
We don't want to create AI that ends up like working against us
Exactly.
or making decisions that we don't agree with.
Right. We need to think carefully about how we design these systems,
Uh-huh.
how we train them, and how we monitor their behavior
Right.
to make sure that they remain beneficial
Yeah.
and aligned with human interest.
It sounds like there's a lot to consider.
There is.
But like, despite these challenges,
Yeah.
the potential benefits seem pretty enormous.
They are enormous. We've only just scratched the surface.
So what's next? What does the future hold for cognitive cascades?
Well, imagine AI agents evolving to tackle like even more complex and ambitious goals. Like things like designing sustainable cities,
Right.
developing personalized medicine,
Wow.
or even exploring new frontiers in space.
It sounds like we're on the verge of like a whole new era of AI,
I think so.
where machines aren't just tools,
Right.
but like partners
yeah,
in solving some of humanity's biggest challenges.
absolutely.
That's pretty amazing.
It is. And as we push the boundaries of AI evolution, we might even discover new forms of intelligence that we never even imagined.
That's kind of mind-blowing.
It is. It's really exciting.
So how do we actually like accelerate this evolution?
Yeah.
Are there any technologies that could give it a boost?
Well, one exciting possibility is using quantum computing
Okay.
to supercharge AI evolution.
So quantum computers.
Yeah, because quantum computers can process vast amounts of data and explore potential solutions much faster than traditional computers.
So we could potentially speed up AI evolution by like orders of magnitude.
Yes, imagine being able to simulate millions of years of evolution
Wow.
in a matter of days or even hours.
That's incredible.
It's really powerful.
But what about security?
Right.
How do we ensure that this rapidly evolving AI doesn't go rogue or get hacked?
That's a critical consideration, and one promising approach is to use blockchain technology
Okay.
to create a secure and transparent record of the AI's evolutionary history.
So every step of the AI's evolution would be documented and verifiable,
Exactly.
making it much harder for like malicious actors
Right.
to tamper with the system.
Exactly. Blockchain could provide like a really robust security layer
Okay.
for these evolving AI ecosystems, ensuring their integrity and trustworthiness.
This is all incredibly fascinating.
It is. It's a really exciting field.
We've gone from AI that learns to AI that evolves.
It's a big step.
And the possibilities seem truly limitless.
They do. They really do.
But before we wrap up, is there anything out there right now that's actually doing this?
Yeah.
I mean, is anyone building these kinds of evolving AI systems?
Yes, absolutely.
Like who? Give me an example.
There's a platform called Probsolvio.com.
Probsolvio.com.
Yeah,
Right.
and they're really pushing the boundaries of AI evolution.
Wow.
They've created this agent creation and management system
Okay.
that allows you to breed, clone, and even evolve AI agents.
So it's like a digital playground for exploring the potential of cognitive cascades.
It is. It's a really cool platform.
Wow, that sounds like something I need to check out.
You should. It's a glimpse into the future of AI,
I think I will.
where evolution itself becomes a tool for creating smarter, more adaptable, and more capable machines.
This has been an incredible deep dive into cognitive cascades.
It has.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of this topic,
Yeah.
but it's given me a lot to think about.
It's a rapidly evolving field, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
But one thing is certain, the future of AI is going to be shaped by evolution, and cognitive cascades are leading the way.
So to our listeners out there, I hope you enjoyed this deep dive as much as we did.
Me too.
It's clear that AI is evolving right before our eyes,
It really is.
and it's going to be fascinating to see where this journey takes us.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sending over this incredible research.
Of course, my pleasure.
And until next time, keep exploring the ever-changing world of artificial intelligence.